So let me show you a system that you can use to turn all of your messy email alerts into a structured finance tracking system for your business or for your own personal use. So for this particular system, of course, you're going to be building it on make.com. So simply just create scenario here. So the first thing that we're going to do is watch for our emails. So we are going to do emails here. Took the wrong thing. So I'm going to watch for my emails. So the first step is to, of course, establish a connection. But to establish a connection, you can simply just go here to this online help, and you'll be able to get a step by step on how to do your Gmail connection. Or I'm going to link a video where I walk through that in my description. You can also watch that. So we are going to be watching for our inbox folder, because all our emails about our transactions usually come to our email. And then here we're going to do all emails, and then the sender address, of course, we're not going to be needing any of that. But if you only have one bank account where they send and you're certain of the email that they use to send your message or your alert to you, you can use that. But in this case, we're trying to set this up for multi accounts. So if you have like different accounts with different banks and they send all the alerts to one email, sorry, you can use that to pull that up. So say in your business, of course, you have like one email where they send all the alerts to say your info ads or whatever email that you use. They can be sending all the alerts to that particular number. Why do I keep saying number? Email. So of course can set your maximum to whatever you want. And the phrase here we are going to do, what I usually get from mine is transaction notification. So I think that's what I'm going to use as a phrase that I want. So we are going to process only emails that have that certain word, and we are going to save for all, and then we're going to save this, and we are going to save this. So if I run this one time, you see. So let's say it's giving me script, but I think here's my receipts because I spoke about transactions. So yeah. So I'm going to do one better, and I'm going to come in here and create the second thing, which AI module that grabs those details, and puts them in structured data for me. So I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do generated completion. And of course, my connection is already established, but the viewers isn't. Just simply click on add here. And if you go to your billings page, you'll be able to add your credit details and then generate your API key as well as your organization ID. So we'll just stick to mine, and then I'm going to go lower for these test purposes. So I'm going to do 4 minutes. And my message, I already have like a prompt written out, so I'll just copy that. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to, you can see this. You are a financial transaction enrichment engine. You receive structured data. You will receive bank transaction data. You will receive, let's just add trust structure because some of them don't come like that. You receive bank transaction data. Your task is to analyze the transaction and return only valid. Pass every transaction and return only a valid JSON. No markdowns, no explanation. So each transaction must have what I'm having here, because I'm trying to put them into my existing database of all my transactions that actually has like a financial system for me. So what I'm going to do is I have transaction name, have merchant, I have the amount, I have the type. Was it income? That's credit. Was it expense? That's debit. And was it like, what's the category? So I have my current category is transfer, airtime and data, savings, bank charges, salary, food and dining, transportation, utilities, others. That's the current categories that I have. But of course, if you have like different categories, depending on your business. Like this one is for my personal use, but if it's for your business, you may have different like inventory, like maybe marketing or operations, or you can have those different categories. You can also highlight that as well. And I also included the dates and other notes and also the bank name. So I'm going to go ahead and add the structure and add the bank data from here. So I'm going to do bank data, and which is going to be the content of my message, right? So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I will save this. So I'm going to add another step here, that because I'm going to say transaction. So I'm going to say if my text here contains transactions, just an extra step, just so we know that we are only processing transaction. So we save this. So now let me try to choose when to start. So say I say specific time. So it's going to be today. I'm going to do like say 8 o'clock. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to try to run it again and see what I'm going to get. Okay, so yeah, so I have what I'm looking for now, so that works for me. You can see here it has all of these details, so that's what I'm going to be using. So the next thing here, of course, is going to be passing a JSON. So what I'm going to do is make it run with that existing data so that it can give me what I'm looking for. Nope, it did do the wrong thing. So I'm going to choose when to start, and then I would not do this. I'll do a specific date, so I will do this, and then I'll do it. So I'll do this, and then I'll make it run. So you see it has gone through because that's transaction in the message, and it has completed the generation for me. So you see that's transaction name, the merchant, the category, the transaction, and then it even gives me the document, things that I didn't even ask it for, right? So I'm going to go ahead and copy these, and then I'll create my JSON. So come here and do add a JSON or add a model, and I'm going to do JSON here. I'm going to do Parser JSON, and I'm going to add my data structure, which is my money data structure, and I'm going to generate it by putting this in here and generate this. Let's see, okay, that the second braces which we're using is going to be so let's go ahead and generate this now. So now we have all of these. So we can go ahead and save these, and then our string is going to come from here, and then we save these, and of course we save these anyways. And then our last step is going to be the step that actually goes in to create our system. But because we have two things here, we have income and we have expense, so we want it to create it depending on the what it is. So we are going to have a router here, and the first one is going to be if so we do expense here. So it's going to be if the type here is equal to, we do expense, we save this. So the next one is income. So the label here, we call it income, and the condition is if the type here, and we do equal to, we do income. But just because sometimes you might not spell this the exact same way, what you're going to do is contains, case sensitive, insensitive rather, and then we're going to come here and say let's just use equal to case insensitive. So let's use equal to again case insensitive, right? We save this. So the next thing that we're going to do now is go in and create our Airtable database or a record. So for this, you see here, this is Airtable. So I'm going to go in and create that. So I'm going to do Airtable here, and I'm going to create a record. I'm looking for the connection that has my base. Yeah, so this, and then my table is my money, and then our transaction here is going to come from here, and then the merchant. Let's change this. So this is supposed to be like not a single select, it's supposed to be a single line text. Yeah, so that we would work on. So we have to refresh this now, so it will take up that change. So now we can put in our merchant form here, and the type here is income or expense. We're working on the expense branch, so the amount here is this. So the category in this case would depend on what you're doing, but just for the sake of fees, I'm going to make this category not a single select, but instead a single line text. Yes, so of course we can do that, and now we refresh that to implement that change. Yes, so a category now can just come from here, and our dates can come from here, and our notes can come from here, and we are good to go. Right, yeah, a bank can come from here. I think I misquoted this. This should have been bank, so I just save this and I save this, right? So the same thing comes in down here. So we do Airtable, and we do create a record, and we pick, no, not that one, we pick the last one, which has this, and our table is this, and our transaction name is this, a merchant is this, the type in this case is income, the amount is this, and the what's it called, the category is this, and the date is this, and the notes is this, and the bank name is this. So we are good, and then we save this and we save this. If I were to run this with existing data from the last one, let's see how it will behave. So it's currently generating that, so it has gone ahead to create that as an income for us. So if we go in and check these, whatever we forwarded, let's see the HTML here. So as you can see, this is a credit, so that means it's an income transaction. So yeah, that works perfectly. So we can use this to track our expenses and see our money, and see how much money is coming in, how much money is leaving our business or our own personal account. So that way we have like a structured database at the end of the month to look at, to see what has been happening from all our bank accounts in one central place. I really hope you found this useful. If you did, leave a comment. And if you want to see the dashboard that I actually built for this, you can also let me know in the comment, because I actually did build something very beautiful for this, a dashboard that you can actually go in. Instead of seeing the database side, you're going to see like a very structured app that shows you all your bank accounts, movements from all your bank accounts, all your money movements and everything, which to me, I think every business owner should have, or every individual that is trying to be prudent with their money should have. I really hope you found this useful. If you're a business owner, you're trying to build automations for your business, you can hit me up or book a meeting with me in the link in my description. And that's the way I will call it a wrap today. So I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day. Mwah.